and welcome to today's equipment demonstration. Today we will be showing you the Rational Combi Oven. Combi stands for combination, which means you can use both convection and steam to heat and cook your food. You can see it's made out of a stainless steel design, which is easy to clean. It has a double pane glass window so that you can see your food as it's cooking without having to open the door and let steam or heat escape. It has an insulated door handle to protect your hand as you're moving around the hot oven. Over here we have the control panel, which we will go into more detail later, but this is how you turn on and operate the oven. Up above we have a climate duct, which allows for pressure differentiation and make sure that there's no pressure buildup inside the oven. Up here we have our steam hood, and that vents all steam, smoke, and any other heat and fumes up and out of the building. And down here we have our storage area, and it's storing some cleaning chemicals to clean the oven, and as well as some sheet pans and some adapters. Around the corner you'll see we have a drain pipe for the steam that leads to a drain. When it steams up in there, it condensates, goes out of a drain inside the oven, and this is where it ends up. And here's our gas line, because this model is gas operated, not electric.
Hi, I'm Chelsea, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of the Rational Combi Oven. What's really great about the Rational Combi Oven is that it is a versatile, multifunction piece of equipment that has the ability to produce both steam, which is a moist cooking method, and convection, which is a dry cooking method, to produce a superheated internal or moist internal temperature within the unit. The steam and convection cooking methods can be used either on their own, in sequence, or combined. The unit's ability to perform multiple functions helps it to conserve valuable floor space while more quickly and efficiently cooking the food with minimal shrinkage and maximum retention of color, flavor, and nutrients. So now we're going to preview the inside of the Rational Combi Oven. So here we have an insulated handle so that you don't burn yourself when opening the unit. Then when you open the unit, you have a double glass paneled door, and here you just press these two little knobs and this part comes out. This facilitates cleaning, and then there's also a condensate drip collector at the bottom, so any of the condensate that drips off of that glass panel will fall in here and evaporate. As you enter the inside of the unit, you have the fan right here that facilitates air movement. You also have a drain at the very bottom of the unit that catches any condensate that falls at the bottom so it doesn't accumulate. At the very back of the unit, you have a knob for where you can attach the cleaning arm, which Allison will explain later. Also, a wonderful feature about this is that you can actually lift up this bar right here, and it allows you to use wider width pans. It's also important to note that when steaming the food, you should always use perforated dish pans. Another wonderful feature that the Combi Oven has is this little probe, and it allows you to take the internal temperature of your food at any point of the cooking process. It's a great pass-up feature, and as you can tell, there's a lot of space in between these racks, and that allows you to cook multiple foods at once and have multiple pans.
Hi, my name is Allison, and today I'm going to show you how to wash the Rational Combi Oven. First off, the Combi Oven should be cleaned every day. It is used for hygiene reasons and also to keep it under good conditions. There are two ways to wash it. You can either do it manually, which is a little bit more labor intensive. You go down here. Down here we have where the chemicals are stored, and you just pull out the spray nozzle and go from there. Or an easier way to do it is using the Clean Jet arm. This is an automatic cleaning procedure. You don't need any supervision, and so it's really helpful because it increases productivity, and you can go off and do other things in the kitchen that need to be done while it's cleaning. So there are 4 steps or cycles used when cleaning the Combi Oven. The first step includes cleaning light soiling from cooking vegetables or fat-free products. The second cycle is for cleaning after numerous batches of mixed food, such as vegetables or meat products that have a low fat content. The third cycle is used for cleaning after several batches of meat or grilled products. And the fourth and final cycle includes cleaning food such as meat products alternating with starchy and sugary foods. So today, for time purposes, I'm going to show you how to use the clean jet arm and how it's used for the quick step. So the clean jet arm is usually stored underneath the combi oven. You just want to come around here and then slide it in here. And you can close the door. Turn the power on. And then you can turn this to quick. And then you hit program start. And then since it's automatic, requires no supervision, we are done. You can just come over here, turn off the hood fan light, and that's it.
Hello, I'm Agu. I'm going to be going through the control panel. But before first thing you turn it on, you got to make sure that the two bafflings, the top and the bottom, for airflow are good. So the climate ducting, it's up there. Just need to make sure it's not obstructed so that the flow, this allows the moisture to evaporate and get out into the hoods with the hoods on to keep the safety in there. And then there's also a baffling on the bottom here for more bottom air circulation with the storage space too, so you don't want to have that too cluttered. And then also too, you also want to make sure, luckily we don't need to worry about this, but for these models you need to make sure that the water, in order to have steam, that there needs to be water into there, but ours is good and we're connected directly to the water, so we don't need to worry about refilling. We have the control panel here for the Climate Plus Combi. We have the off and on button. We'll be hitting the I for hitting it on. And then we have this magical eye right here, which talks about having the how much moisture there's in there, and if the light is flashing on the top, that means we're increasing moisture inside the oven, and if it's going down, or the arrow is highlighted going down, that means we're decreasing moisture. We have the moist heat and the dry heat applications here. This button right here is meant for temperature, where you can get a gauge of that. The IQT is connected to this right here, which is the probe to get internal temperatures. If you have a roast in here, you plug it in there and it'll kind of read it as it's cooking, so you don't need to open this up to release the heat. And you'll still know what temperature it is. That'll read right here for the core temperatures. And then we also have different programs we can do. And this button here, we have the humidifier. So if you push that, unlike doing these and what we'll go through later, it kind of just automatically gets moisture in there whenever you push it. It's kind of just a standard set amount. And the half fan here just means that you'll have the fan will be circulating at half the rotation. And then this is the interval, so turn on, off, or on, off. And this is okay. Now we're gonna be going through a little demo of steaming some broccoli. That's just all the veggies we could find next door. And for steaming, you definitely need a perforated pan because so steam can get through it and not just on the top. So it kind of helps evenly distribute the heat throughout. So starting the convection oven, kind of talked about it a little bit, but for steaming individually, we would start the power, get the timer going. It's not going to take 15 minutes, but just to get it at that point. And for the temperature, we're doing a lighter steam, under 100 degrees Celsius, so it'll be just under 212. And that's how you get like a softer or more delicate heating application with the steaming. It takes a little longer than if we add the heat too. Oh, you gotta hit the moisture too. So now it's preheating and we're gonna get into it in a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to remove this rack. It's really easy. Just lift it up, take it out, try not to bang it as much as I did. Put it down on a stable surface. And then our broccoli can fit in there now on the racks. Perfect.
During the steam cycle, look at all that condensate. That's what the drain is so important. And it's emptying.
So we're in the middle of our steaming process right now, nearing the end, but we have the magic eye here. So if you can see, there's a little teardrop, like water droplet going down there, and you got two green triangles. The green triangle on the top is illuminating, meaning that we're increasing humidity right now. And then if it was on the bottom, it would be decreasing. And we're at hitting the maximum of 100% humidity. So we're nearing the end, so you can just turn it off. Now we're grabbing our finished product. As you can see, there's an excessive amount of steam, so it's important to have the hoods. And it's hot. So here we have our finished product. As you can see, it's nice and green, moist.